Working for the One and Only for now 6 years, 4 years in Dubai as a director of operation for One and Only globally, and then the last 2 years as a resort manager for the One and Only in Cape Town. Cape Town itself, beautiful place. I made the choice of life with my wife and my little one to go to South Africa. And if you have never managed to see Cape Town, is one of these wonderful places in the world where you've got basically everything from mountain to sea, great people. You get welcome with a smile. You get animals. You get natures. You get everything what you can wish for. Fantastic wine, fantastic food and beverage offerings as well. And what makes it really comprehensive, I love that is a great value for money as a city as well. There is not many of those around the world, unfortunately, anymore. I've been outside of my own country since I was 16 years old, where I started in Switzerland. Then I spent quite a lot of years in Asia, specifically in Hong Kong. Then I've done some opening previously with Hyatt, then with Ritz-Carlton, finish up with Shangri-La. I managed to open between these three companies and One and Only over 40 hotels around the world. And I absolutely love the hospitality industry, despite all the drama that has been in the last couple of months with the coronavirus. I have to say that is an industry that I used to travel the world, and that's where I met my wife, and around the world, that's where my family actually got created, if we can call it like this. And that's me. My wife is from Uzbekistan. We met. We had a true crush, if we can call it like this. We met in Dubai, where she actually crashed my car when I was a week on the job, and that's how we actually met. It was a true crush of my life, if we can call it like this. Well, in South Africa, we went on lockdown at the end of March, 26th of March, if my memory serves well. The whole country went to lockdown, where all the businesses actually closed, with the intention to close for 3 weeks. Then it got extended. Currently on level 2 from level 5 that there was previously. And we have basically all the hospitality, all the restaurants that they were closed. Now there is a small reopening for takeaway, delivery, and as well some of the smaller restaurants that can open with a certain limitation in place, where you can have only a certain amount of people inside in the restaurants. There is still a little bit of not clarity on exactly how many people you can actually have it in a restaurant, but still is a meter distance between each tables. And as well, what we are trying to do as a hotel, you might be very well aware of our brand Nobu, which is one of the restaurants inside the One and Only Cape Town. We do delivery and takeaway as well. So, and it's been proven to be very successful, where we got a lot of our regular customers that they were craving to have a little bit of Nobu at home. And so we created this new brand for Nobu at home, where we use our colleagues to as well deliver the food at home to create that experience. Of course, we take all the precaution with the COVID-19, where we will have the mask, the sanitizer, and even when we deliver the food items to our regular guests and to the new guests, we always put a little bit of sanitizer that they can clean their hands before actually sanitize their hand before having their own meal. But again, we look as well on rostering for our colleagues, specifically the one that do takeaway and delivery, not to have more than 1/3 of the colleagues to come on board, and always to come from the same area, so they can do carpool together without using public transportation. So there is less risk as well to ensure that there is less risk to contamination, and as well, to be all safer together. We are not deciding a date, but what we're putting is what is called the critical path in place. A critical path is minus 10 days. Well, what does it mean? When the country is going to decide and the government will give us the green light that we can reopen, international market is going to come into place and so on, we got 10 days to get the hotel ready. So where we go on deep cleaning on each area, making sure that all the stuff comes back on board. We got all the COVID-19 precaution. So from a thermal camera when people are coming in, to hand sanitizer, to mask when they clean the hand, to room sanitization in place, to restaurant clarity on norms as well. What is, if it is 1.5 meters, if it is 2 meters, if it's 1 meter distance in between each table, understanding a little bit. We know that it's not yet that nearby, but it will be for sure in, once that happens, we will have 10 days to basically to put all the protocols in place. And that ensuring that all our customers, that they truly believe in our brands and they trust our brand, that can create something very unique and very special, as well as an experience when they come over, despite the COVID-19. So the idea is 2021 to be probably a 15-20% below 2019, but then as well to see if the international market, the international ultra luxury market will be the first one to come on board. We might actually see less people coming in, but higher average spend. And with that in place, we might actually get something very unique and very special out of that. So to be honest with you, it's very difficult to predict. It would be nice to have a crystal ball. But what we believe into is that, especially us as a small hotel with 131 rooms, 3 food and beverage outlets, and consider a resort where there is a lot of space in our place, we believe that we are one of the top hotels that attract this type of tourism to come over. And therefore, we might actually have all our top suite occupied and might not have the standard rooms. However, what we're trying to do as well is trying to push as well a lot of the local market, which we have a lot of our regulars that they're coming over from Johannesburg or from Durban and so on. And they are owners of companies or entrepreneurs and so on, and that they love to stay in our brand, as well to reach out to them to understand what is their travel capacity or travel understanding, and what would they expect when they come back to the hotel. So it's a two-way conversation to understand a little bit how we're going to be proceeding forward. What is the new norm? Is when you travel, and then many countries, we know that they got 14 days quarantine in their own country. You need to make sure that you're going to keep the record of each customer, where they've been, where they're going to go for the next 14 days in case of an outbreak, that you can reach out to the guest, make sure that we know where to find them and so on. So it makes mobiles at that point, they're going to become much more powerful than what they've been in the past. And there is apps already that they are creating that in case you got the COVID and so on, you can actually upload that app. And if you have it, you can then press that you actually have that app, and everyone that you've been in contact to, although you don't know their name or their number, can actually reach out to them and let them know that you've been in contact with someone that already had that type of the COVID. So, and then you can take a precaution on themselves. However, we all know that this pandemic has destroyed the tourism industry around the world, with the hotels being closed, country being in lockdown, and so on. But as well, at the same time, we know that a lot of the individual, they are eager to jump on a plane, pack the suitcase, and then start to travel around the world again. So we just said that the new norm, we will need to wait and to understand a little bit from the whole world what is going to be the new precautions that are going to take in place. And again, if a vaccine is going to be found soon, then it's going to make it much easier for the rest of the world.